Now serving
Okay. So here's notice of appearance of counsel. And that's all they have. I need to be able to contact that counsel. He represents the insurance company. I want to talk to the insurance company too. So it's not two separate parties. He works full time. I took a LinkedIn screenshot. He is exclusively the attorney for our insurance company. And I have like no way of contacting or knowing anybody because all these supposed fields are blank. And they supposedly have macros or something, but even though they have computer control, they don't have a record of what the computer does or what it sends out or anything. And there needs to be a record so that people can follow this and it not just be some sort of incest education thing where only those who know. If someone's studying the legal record, they need to be able to find a record of what is going on. And over 50% of these columns are blank fields. Nothing in the computer, no form, no file. And they've got no excuse for it. She smiled and walked away like she was going to go find it. But I'm still waiting for her to find what is the computer auto-generating. I don't know why she would smile well, it's auto-generated. Okay, here we go. Wow. I'll be right with you, Miss Glenda.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, this time I can hear you.
Okay. I just got off the phone with the judicial assistant up there for the judge.
Yes?
She agrees these were computer generated because, like I told you, there's no action.
I want to take action.
Okay. She's going to come down herself.
Okay.
So you tell her that. That's all she needs to know, whether you want to continue the case
I do?
or dismiss the case. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so,
And what's her name?
Barbara,
Okay.
you write down.
I'm going to write it down. I got a separate paper over here.
She's also going to try to get you a copy of the order that she has, too. It's probably the same one that you received in the mail.
That would be good. Yeah, but I mean, you have to get it from her. You don't have it in your office?
No.
And they didn't have it in the records office either.
That's why they couldn't find it on the computer either. We don't have it either. Like I said, it's just a computer-generated statement.
But I mean, for the legal record, if I get this service, I want to request this, but I really want to request this in writing. It says view on request at the core desk. And
that takes a couple of days to get to view the record. But if you sign up for it,
yes,
then you get to go on there at your house and view everything that's been added to your case.
all right. But why would that exceed what you're able to see? Why would I be able to see more information than you?
No, you should be able to see the same thing that we see.
So whatever's missing from you would be missing from me, right?
But in this case, the same thing's missing there is missing on my computer, too.
So this service sending me home with this wouldn't get the answers that I needed.
Well, if you're looking for documents that don't exist,
Well, they exist somewhere.
Those two don't exist. Those are computer inputs.
But I mean, they put in my family's name and my family's property. That they exist somewhere. Even if they're auto-generated, there should be a record so that someone can look and read what's going on.
Not when it's just kind of like a courtesy thing. It's telling you, hey, if action doesn't get taken in this case soon, then the case is just going to be dismissed.
It doesn't say that. It says show up on this date, but there was actual additional information that said I had to do something before this date, before this court appearance.
You had to respond. That's why.
And it doesn't say that anywhere in here. There's nowhere on here it says respond before. It says order setting hearing.
Settle down. Wait until the lady brings down the letter that she's got, and that might answer your question.
All right. And you're with Circuit Civil.
Yes.
I'm trying to map this out, and I want to improve the system. I want to go to City Council and ask that these records that are auto-generated or whatever be stored in the computer so I can print them out and get copies of them. I mean, we unfortunately have big families, and more than one person handles the mail. And all I did was open up and sit it on the counter, and then I went and got her, and I came back and it was disappeared off the counter. And it's a strange thing. I don't know if wind blew or a cat or something or what, but it's gone, and I'm panicking. because I've got something that's telling me I need to do something. I don't have a photographic memory to like rewrite the entire document and word for word and remember, okay, what was it wanted me to do?
Right, I understand that.
And who's this woman who's coming down that does have the record?
She's the judge's assistant. She'll be right before you.
Judge's assistant. What was her name?
Her first name is Barbara.
Barbara. What's Barbara's last name?
I can't release that.
Okay. Can I ask her that when she comes down? Okay. Oh, goodness. This is my mom. She's been with this insurance company for over 20 years. We've been with Beck Insurance out on Atlantic for more than 30 years. In third grade is when she started driving across town from West Side. I used to go to Hyde Park Elementary.
Right, I know where it's at.
Okay, I attended Hyde Park Elementary, got into the gifted program. All her daughters did too, really smart kids. And somehow she wound up developing a friendship across town with Beck Insurance. And it's just strange.
I like them. I thought they are good people.
Yeah.
They treat me nice.
And
The wife and the husband.
and I'm age 40 now. And it's that I wasn't even 10 years old yet. So that's over 30 some years of having insurance with this. And what I read from the insurance companies that they denied it, saying the house was too old. And now I'm going through the paperwork. And the paperwork is saying that the damage to the house isn't covered, but it's a tree branch. And it's definitely covered.
If the house
Are you
is,
Miss Sandage?
Yeah.
hello.
This is her.
Okay, so this is what was mailed to you. I had a slightly different version
Sure.
Okay.
because mine had a signature on it, so that's why I marked it out. But that's what was
Show
sent
it
to
to
you.
me. I
So
didn't see.
so
What do I need to do to show that I want to continue the
okay,
case?
that's what I mean. At this point, all this is telling you is that hey, you've not done anything in a while.
Because I have an
want to
attorney.
continue. So, file motions. Do what I will go ahead and mark it on my system that you want to keep going.
Yes.
But this will get regenerated again if you don't start filing things and trying to move the case
We are
forward.
coming
Okay.
to file a motion today.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
And
need your advice. That's why we came.
I cannot
Okay.
give you legal advice.
Yeah, where shall we file the motion?
With the clerk right here.
what about this request to view on core desk? How do I get? No.
That's there.
But I mean, would this be anywhere on core desk? Because it's not on their system anywhere.
It's because the clerk created this for us. You can keep this. This is yours.
Okay.
That's fine.
Is this the copy of the letter you lost?
Yes, this is it right here. So this is all yours. You're welcome to keep this. That's fine. But all it's asking you is, do you want to continue?
Yes.
So you don't have to come to this hearing. I'll go ahead and mark my records that you want to continue. File your motions. It'll get sent up to me. Okay, and then the judge can take a look and decide how he wants to proceed once you file your motions. Make sure you send a copy of the motion that you filed to the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is very frustrating. This here says notice of appearance of counsel on 9/12 for Universal that Jason Erwitz, but there's no contact information for him in this entry.
Well, I don't have. You'll have to look at whatever
And
that document is on.
It's
the
blank.
board.
There's nothing in the computer, and and I've been instructed by you that I have to notify that attorney, but there's no contact information for that attorney. It's a blank, no document.
Okay, so you can look up this gentleman's name
On the internet?
on the Florida Bar website.
Florida Bar website.
Yeah, just type that in Google and it'll pop up, and there's a name search area, and it'll give you their contact information.
But there are tons of attorneys who aren't actually with the Florida Bar, but they're still attorneys.
They have to be licensed through the Florida Bar, or there are other.
Well, like, what if I was representing myself and the attorney had to get in contact with me, but I'm representing the case and I don't have a Florida Bar certification, but I'm still representing the case? How would the attorney get my contact information?
If you put it in the court file, they would have access to that.
And that's the reason I'm worried, though, is the court file is blank for the attorney representing the case. Who do we talk to change this so that there will always be an image file?
I don't know if there's an image or not. That's
It-
a process.
would
with the
you
clerk of
check?
court. I don't know.
Let me have your case.
Okay.
Okay. If
'Cause,
they found
this
something-
is-
I don't keep the records. That's the clerk's job. That's what they're the official record
And
keepers of the clerk.
and what the clerk, Miss Glenda, is explaining to me, she's the supervisor of the clerks, is that supposedly there are time triggered things, and there are things like this that where notice of taking deposition, property casualty, where there's like no record, there's no image file or anything, and what can we do? Who's in charge of?
That's a clerk function. I have nothing to do with that. I don't have anything to do with this record.
Okay, so
That is-
should I ask her who programs the computer? Because it's some sort of fault where things are happening, but they don't have any pages. They have zero paperwork on
that
these
is the
things.
function of the clerk of the court. They're the record keepers for the court.
My legs.
Okay,
My legs
all right.
give up.
All right.
The clerk of the court, they're the official record keepers.
My mom's legs are giving out on her trying to follow this, where we have events happening, but there's no paperwork for it.
But yeah, that's the function of the clerk of the court. They're the official record keepers for the court.
All right.
Okay?
And if you file or give notice to the judge that I would like to, let me do this, that I would like to continue this case, how do I get a receipt that the case
What
is
will
being
happen-
continued?
What will happen, that's up to your mother since it's her case.
Okay. I live there. It's actually my house. The property was in my name for a long time.
Okay, but according to the clerk's docket,
Yes.
okay,
It
your
currently
mother's
says
case. It is your
Fatima
mother's case,
Sandage.
right.
Yes.
So I will go ahead because you do want to continue your case, correct? Okay. So all that will happen is I will check this box and I will submit this order to the clerk, and then there will be a page in the record.
Okay.
That's what
You'll
will
you'll
happen.
check which box? I didn't
The
understand. You
good
pointed.
cause box right there.
Okay.
Good cause having been shown so that it remains pending. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all I'm going to do. It will keep the file active, and that's it. So you don't, no ma'am, you don't need to come to this hearing. I'm just going to check that box and send it down to the clerk with the clerk's runner in tomorrow's run. So it will not be on there right away, but it will be on there once they process it. Okay.
And so hopefully, in the meantime, I'll be able to get view on request done, and I'll be able to look at this case.
That's you'll need to discuss that with them. I don't know
Okay.
anything about that system. Okay.
Okay, because I need to be able to look at this and try and file paperwork. You have a really good woman up in the library resource who gives out the files, and they're only 25 cents a page for the preforms. And the other stuff I have to kind of read, but it's all new to me. I got scared because whatever disappeared from the house.
This is all it was. It's just trying to find out if you wanted to keep going. That's it.
Okay. And still, Glenda, who provides the software to you so that I can complain that the software isn't filling out or giving forms?
That actual one you questioned about,
I can't hear you over this. Okay.
the one you questioned about the notice of appearance,
The one I questioned about the notice of appearance.
the very last item.
Yes, yes.
That is on the docket. I just looked at it.
Okay.
So he did it. He did what he was supposed to. He's probably e-filed that to the docket.
Mm-hmm.
We've docketed it, and it's on there.
Okay. There were other things that were blank. Like 813, both of these things that happened. Motion for dismissal for lack of prosecution. Order setting appearance on.
That's the ones I just told you were computer generated.
Yeah, but they were blank on your computer. They weren't
They
generated
will
on
be.
your computer.
They will
Do
be.
They
what
will
she
be when?
told you. Listen
Okay,
to
okay.
me. Do what she told you. She
All right.
said, submit what's your name, baby.
I'm going to submit the motion. This is Miss Glenda.
Glenda,
Glenda, right?
It's Glenda.
Okay.
Glenda, please help him to whatever that lady told him to do. She said, fill this some point.
I've got the form. I paid for it upstairs.
Okay.
All right, submit to
So
Linda
if you
what
want
she
to go ahead
told
and
you.
fill
Yeah.
that out while you're here, or you can take
Yes.
it home and
No,
fill it
we
out.
are-
No, I'm going to fill it out while I'm here. We still have
There's
time.
a little table over there behind the kiosk.
Well-
You can probably sit there and fill out, and then bring it up. You want to get a number,
Uh-huh.
We are
and
coming
then come
to-
back up here when they call you and turn that in, and they'll stamp it and everything.
Okay.
Go fill it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to fill it. All right.
Come on, finish.
Thank-
If you want to make a copy of it, you'll need to take it upstairs to the law library and get a copy of it for you. You can turn it into us, because we do not give back the originals.
Okay.
So if you're like everybody else, you want a copy of everything in your files.
Okay. And who provides the software that does this
We
auto
are
generation?
not now, just to fill this paper and give it to whomever responsible, and let us record that we already asking for extension, whatever they call it.
Okay. So we're going to take care of this. Sometime later, I would really like to do something to fill it so there's not so many pages that are blank.
Neil, go
That's terrifying. It feels like a conspiracy because here I am trying to fight for my life, for my home,
Neil.
and there's no pages. And like this thing she found that brought
The
us,
time is over.
you didn't have a record of it. Okay. Anyways,
Time is over.
yeah. I got to do the form. Thank you,
Because
Glenda.
I'm a retired teacher.
Oh,
so
she's waving.
We don't get quiet teachers.
Okay. All right.
Come on, Neil.
All right. Bye-bye.